Bonjour mesdames et messieurs et bienvenue à l'épisode 15 de l'Ample Sample Podcast. On est rejoint ici aujourd'hui par une écrivaine, une réalisatrice et parfois une calculatrice. Bienvenue Madame Lizz Faulkner. What's up?
Bonjour.
Because I was like, once told me about doing this episode, I was like, how do I bring up that video without bringing up that video? And I was like, okay, I have a plan. I'll talk to you in
Is that a good memory for you?
Oh, do you guys know that I could jump down my stairs right now? I actually sometimes I really do be forgetting that I did that, and then people bring it up,
That's a classic.
and I'm like,
It's a classic.
Unfortunately,
Literally, like the first time, and I'm not even in a bad. Like I love that video so much. Like every time, I think the first time we met, I don't think I said this because I was like, let me behave myself, like let me have decorum. But then it was definitely on my mind. It was definitely on my
God
mind.
bless you.
But yeah, man, in fact that's dangerous. I'm not even going to translate. Whoever understands. But yeah, man, how are you feeling?
I'm good. Oh, these questions are just for me.
Oh yeah, no, right now it's for you.
Right now it's for you.
It's for all of us. You don't have to speak
Okay.
so much.
No, but I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Okay, bro.
Thank you.
I'm glad we have you.
Okay, I'm just busy.
I honestly feel the same. I'm okay and I'm trying to be busy. Like just got in to New York. And I feel like now I have to pay for all the live shows that I missed while I was in Louisiana. I feel like I have to make up for it this week. So on my what we've been listening to. In fact, I even kicked that off because like I don't even have we recorded an episode recently, so that has like a lot of like my recent listening. But for what I will be hoping to listen to live, Sideshow, a rapper that we love here, has a show later this week, so I'm hoping to go for that. Duran Bernard has a show at Blue Note, so I'm going to be looking forward to that as well. I love his voice so much. You've been in Chicago for like a year. So your privilege is wide. This is me.
It hasn't been up to a year.
Oh, you're almost there. And then there's a DJ who I love a lot. Her name is Lovey. She has like a weekly show called Summer School Radio. So I think she has a party or something.
Can you actually go to that?
You can't go to Summer School Radio, but she has performances. There's somebody that she collaborates with often called Honey Bun.
Oh yeah.
And there's also Soul Sugar Joints. So she either has a show with Honey Bun or Soul Sugar Joints, or maybe even both. So one of the two, I'll be there. So that's going to be me for the listening this week, and then I'll try and go to the park, play some ambient music in my ear, and just be looking at the trees. But yeah, that's me.
That's fine.
Toby, how about you? What have you been listening to?
You know, this is the first time you've ever gone first, so I'm kind of confused.
Because I didn't have much to say, so I was like, let me just get my own out of the way. And then
I want to see that I can't remember. I don't want to spoil his name.
Real.
Who?
I've been listening to a lot.
Well, you're about to find out.
I'm trying to get his titles correctly. What's his name? The guy that did endorsements. King Doctor. Yeah, I was not sure if it was King and Doctor. King Doctor Sahid. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I think it's Osupa or I'm not sure. But I've been listening to endorsement part 1 a lot because of that conversation we had in our last episode. And just like his other music is very fresh. Like I like the intersection of hip hop and Fuji or and then other than that, my friends' mixes, and then I've just been on SoundCloud because I've been saving a lot of like DJ stuff there. Jesse Alodia has some really good edits of like Zay Level 10 and Marvel that I've been listening to a lot of.
When you're going to mention the King Doctor Wahid, I was like, I wonder what came first between the King or the Doctor. Does he actually have like a PhD? Don't worry, when we get him on the show, we'll ask him all these questions.
I hope he has a PhD.
Right? It'd be good if it was a medical
Girl.
doctor as well, sha. But that's what I wanted to say. So Liz, you can take it away.
Fizz. I've been listening to like a lot of Fang.
Mm,
I think with the way like I knew a few songs by him, but I'm not really like over the years I've developed to not really be someone that listens to an album when it drops. I kind of
yeah.
either prefer like one off song to like find me, and if enough songs
Mm,
find me, then I'm like I will go and
yeah.
listen to the album.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And so that happened with him recently with that what's the name of that album? I can't see it. 1 second. What the Fang? That really like all the songs on that I've just been like digesting. I've listened to a lot of Igwe Aka. I really like
mm,
I like
Mm-hmm.
that like I like people that are able to mix elements of kind of like
yeah.
what you just said, like Fuji and like hip hop. In this case, like hip
Mm,
hop and very like high life type like
mm,
beats and melodies. I feel like it's super cool. I love when there's
yeah.
like complexity in music and it's not just like
Mm,
melodies I'm used to hearing. What else have I been listening to? Mm, I feel like Guerrero is always in my rotation.
mm,
Listen
Yeah.
to some old Kid Cudi. Um, I've just been like, my music taste is very. I'll do that thing where I repeat like the same 40 songs over and over and
yeah.
over for like
Yeah.
every day. And as I add new songs to my liked, that process starts again.
Mm.
So very all over the place, but it's been good. It's been good listenings.
It's so
On
interesting that
that
you brought
note, are
up
you still
Femi.
updating your
Okay.
WhatsApp playlist?
Hmm.
You know you have a playlist, that WhatsApp playlist. Like, are you still updating
Yes,
that?
I am still. That thing is. Oh wow. Let me check how long that thing is.
Yes, it's long.
I think I saw
It's
15
quite
hours.
long. It's like a few hours long.
You know, it's really
Damn.
funny because
It is
when
15
Yeah,
hours.
because I saw it this
when
morning.
I proposed this interview, when I proposed this interview to like cohorts or however you want to call it,
Mm,
someone in there who didn't know you by your last name, because I just
mm,
said your full name, and then he was like,
mm.
"Who's Liz Faulkner?" And then I went to the Ample Sample Spotify account, and like in the search history, it just says Liz
Mm.
Faulkner, and I'm assuming he thought you're an artist, so he just looked up your name, and the playlist
I
is
can't
just there.
breathe, man. That's funny as fuck. Though, yeah, people always get kind of thrown off by like my full name.
That actually, Toby and I were talking about what's it called?
Interesting.
How initially, Arte music was
Mm,
used to like categorize people like Odunsi, Borge, Lady Donley from like 2019 to now.
mm-hmm,
Do you see a time where
mm.
soon or at some point where like the artists that are coming out won't necessarily be under that category and then it'll be time for you to make like a new playlist with like a new genre name and stuff?
I actually have actually. I don't because I don't consider like Loa,
Mm,
Indie,
yeah,
Majesty. Like I don't consider them to be Alte like at all.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I
Um,
agree.
I understand the term like underground. Like I understand why that's a thing. I understand like the branding around it. I understand that it's just like a word for like next gen of people coming up that don't
Mm,
necessarily conform to the like mainstream like music in that sense. But I have another playlist for them. It's just called I haven't like I wasn't there wasn't a name that was coming to me, so I just called it
mm,
Nige with hearts because
mm,
like their music is kind of like my Nige experience a lot because I'm
mm.
constantly listening. Like that's my when I
Yeah,
think about Nige in that way, I want to hear that. So
yeah.
I just
You're
called it
welcome
Nige.
here.
That one is still building.
That's so. Oh,
I'm happy about that because this is a thing we've talked about a bunch of times this year. It's like
mm-hmm.
Mm,
trying to figure out how to qualify their music because of
mm.
I guess the people that came before them, which also is not their fault necessarily. Apparently, Alta is
Yeah,
like even I remember when we were talking to Conde, he said like it's an even older term and like it was a lot more like derogatory than it is now, which is so
yeah,
funny.
And we had
But
even
also
talked
yeah.
like
to
underground is I don't know, it's not fair.
what's not fair.
Hmm?
Like I feel like it's not fair to use the term underground. Like I feel like they're very specific about their image and all that, and it's just we just give all of them underground.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't do enough to like
Yeah. There's
be
like
specific
it's a very
about what they
general
make.
term.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I was
It's
going
a
to,
super general term. It's
we
just
had
like okay, boom.
we had talked to 3CB about how the music that they make is also, it also references a lot of stuff from like our childhood, and you know, like you're seeing stuff from like Ben 10.
Mm-hmm.
Lua has even used like logos from like
Yeah.
Atlantic Hall and different schools and stuff. How, so when you say they
Hmm.
make music that like is about like your experience, like how did you feel coming across like their stuff for like the first time now that you're working with them?
Hmm. Wait, say again.
So how like
I got distracted.
what's
Say the,
your,
just the question again.
okay, how did it feel like coming in contact with that
Yeah.
music for the first time? We're like, okay, before you even knew, like, or did you, were you guys friends and then like you've kind of seen him like make more music, or did you come to it like, for instance, me, where I just saw Alte Balotelli on my TikTok and I was like, what the hell? And I found it so cool.
Oh, Fez. No, we were friends. Like I've known him since high school, and then I also knew at the point when he first started making music. So I watched the music kind of like transition. I would say
Mm-hmm.
at first he's always had like a very I would say again like there's nothing, what can I use to describe it? Very like hmm. It's hard to pinpoint the vibe. Like
Mm-hmm.
punk and all that is attached to it, but I think the sonic sounds, like the kind of sounds he would use, it
Mhm.
was
Mm-hmm.
very like high pitched, very like there's a way that he uses those sounds, and even now he still uses them. It's just in a more okay. He'll incorporate like Cass.
Mm-hmm.
He'll incorporate
Yeah.
an old like night song. Like it will now mix with
Yeah.
that vibe. But he's always had that vibe. So I kind of watched the music like develop, just like oh, starting out like middle stages, and then to the point where people were then like, oh my god, like this is something we
Mm-hmm.
really like, and it was just like that was how the process went.
Okay. And then how did you now go
Yeah.
from like having this friend that you're watching make cool art to now being a part of the world building with like directing Konji Island and then Life of a
Mm-hmm.
Punkster?
Um, we always talked like I would say one thing about my friendship with Lua is like our conversations are always super centered around like being able to like introspect, being able to
Mm.
understand what you're doing here and being able to
Yeah.
like to put forward your ideas, even if it seems silly. Like a lot of
Mm.
the times, like we could just be having a conversation and maybe he'll tell me like, oh, he has this song coming out, and like he's just thinking about like visuals, and I'll be like, okay, what does the song sound like, or
Mm.
what is your, tell me, give me like a plot line.
Mhm.
And off
Yeah.
of that alone, I would like go off on a tangent, like give him a story,
Mm.
like we'll sit down and we'll start developing a story like back and forth. Like what sometimes it sounds like play, like sometimes we're laughing, like that's funny. But we're
Mm.
like, wait, actually no.
It's an
Like don't go that
idea.
way. Like
Yeah.
sit on
Yeah.
it and let's actually keep, yeah, like it's an idea, like don't, it's funny, I know, like we'll laugh and people will laugh as well, but like this is actually something we can build a world from. And
Hmm.
so usually it
Yeah.
starts out like that, like we're just having the conversation, we're catching up, or we've actually sat down to be like, okay guys, oh yeah, now this is the next step. Like everybody, like let's think about like how can we take this, like what would be fun to use this song to do, what would be a fun way to promote this, what would be a fun way to like bring these ideas to life, and we're all just like guy, and it's that's literally just how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it went. Like it was just like constant, like at times of doing that. I'm in Canada, so like I a lot of the time I wasn't with him in person. So like stuff like directing and all that, it was very hard to do. I'll more like maybe write scripts or just like we'll sit down and develop a world together, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, take it as far as you want to take it. Like you know what you're trying to do, or you know what impact you want it to have. You can change things as your prerogative. When I came back tonight this time and I was here for so long, then it was
Hmm.
just like we have to do something.
Yeah.
Like it's not like like we just have to do something. Yeah.
I was watching because I had to rewatch everything again. It's just like this fresh in my mind for the interview, and then I saw was it I don't Life of a Punkster. Yeah, where like he in the beginning there's a part where like he's like in his room and the camera is kind of spying on him, and then they open the door and
Mhm.
he just like jumps and goes to sleep. And I
Mhm.
can imagine like if I was the one doing the interview, or sorry, not the interview. If I was holding the camera, I'd just been laughing forever.
How many? How many takes did that take?
That's just usually how it is. Maybe like four. Like genuinely maybe like four. Like it was just like okay, yeah, do it again. Or
Mm,
try not to like take too much. Like it was just
mm,
like it's not. It doesn't take long. It would never really takes long. And that's one thing I was going to say. Like I really enjoyed that work because it's fun. Like I
Yeah.
feel
mm,
like you just like everybody's just smiling. There's such a like an understanding of like what we're doing here. Like it's
Yeah.
not high pressure. Like it's not, you don't feel angry trying to get things done. You're not like confused. Like nobody like, even when we're having like high pressure moments, it's just more like, guys, like can't lie, doing this together is great. Like just push forward. Like, but it didn't take long. That was like 3-4 takes, and we think we liked the first take the best. So we're just like, we didn't even
Yeah,
need
let's
to
just
do
do
all
that
that
one.
well.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Was
Yeah.
working with Majesty Lembag like a similar process? Because again, I think a couple of episodes ago on the when I was talking about my listening to, thinking about you was there. Where I was like, this song is. I again found it on TikTok. I was like, damn, this is really nice. And then a couple of weeks later, while preparing for the interview, and then the music video comes out, and I'm like, boollizz is here again. So what was that like?
That was also a similar it was also a similar process. Like she kind of talked about how much she wanted like a music video, and she was just like just more thinking about how to go about it. So I was like, oh, like, man, I can take the stress off your shoulders. Like I'm down to like, plan everything, like direct it, like obviously send it to you, like you tell me like if it's an idea you like, if it's an idea you don't like, anything else you want to do around it, like content and all that. Like, girl, let's do it. And when
Did
she
you
got
do
to
this
just like,
from? Were you in
I
Nigeria
know.
when this happened, or did you do it from Canada?
Yeah, I was in Niger. I was still in Niger. I was in Niger from like December 3rd all the way up to like April 6th. So I
Oh
was just
wow,
there for an
you were
ungodly amount of
there.
time.
Yeah.
Ungodly is the right word.
That's like 2/3 of NYSC. You would have just gotten that out of the way, Loki. Okay, so, and then so now it feels like
I ain't doing it.
honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to do it or not. Like I'm thinking, I'm like, I feel like once the cutoff age for doing NYSC, I'm like, do I want to be 30 in camp? Nothing wrong with being 30 in camp, but for those that are 30 in camp,
I
but
will.
like,
I don't think there's a cause of age. You also don't have to go to camp.
That's true if you know guys. But like, see,
I won't go to that camp.
I've said this, and maybe this is me being like, what's it called, romanticizing night too much. But like, if I do NYC, I want to go to like the mountains, Taraba or Bauchi, something, but or just.
You want to go to Bauchi in 2000?
Okay, not Bauchi, no Bauchi.
Why
But
did you say
Kano?
the way that you said that is
What do you know is
finishing
happening
me.
in Taraba State?
Taraba has
First
the
of all,
mountains.
I don't know if I should reveal that, but somebody I know is from Taraba. Okay, Taraba
Yeah, I know
is
someone from
real.
Taraba, but I'm just saying like
Taraba
what's the
exists.
appeal?
Do they
What's the
go?
appeal right now?
Do they go to like? Have they been to Taraba within the past like 5 years? Is it like I'm going to the village type of thing?
No.
Oh, for sure.
No.
For sure.
She's just from Taraba.
Okay, because
You know how like there are all these tweets about how Taraba State is not a real state. Like,
Yeah.
I can't think of a reason to go there. Unless
I've not seen
family
this.
members in Taraba State, and there are like a lot of
Really?
shit about like Taraba.
No, there are lots of
is just
tweets.
not a
Like
real
people
place.
just are just like, how can Taraba be a real place?
Yeah.
Like
You see, this
that's
is
why I
why
started laughing
I've
as soon
just
as you
never
said
heard of
Taraba.
this is why when I do my
I mean, I've met
NYSC
a person who said they're from there, but like you want to go there to be the first.
So if you go on YouTube, there's this guy that makes videos about like visiting different places, and it's not Tayo. And he what's it called?
Yeah, I think I know what
Goes
you're talking
to
about.
he went to Gembu, the mountain, like a mountain place in Taraba. Getting there already kind of threw me off. I was like, I don't think I want to do this. But like once you get there, it's a vibe. The weather is nice. Like they wear coats. They wear coats there. And is I don't know. It's something.
I think that's a shout. But I think there's a very huge difference between going to Taraba to see the mountains and being stationed there for NYSC for
NYSC,
a year.
true. No. Camp is like a couple of weeks now. That's not where you do your whole kini. Me, I'm just doing camp and then I'll come
That's
back.
something like I don't think they will send you there for. Okay. So how do you now want to?
Oh yeah,
let's not get to this.
Yeah, let's get back to this. But anyways, just the examples with Majesty and Lua make me feel like you just have like friends that are creative as shit, and you're just like, okay, what can we do together? And I'm curious, like, what was the first experience that told you that like this is something that like you like to do and has brought us to like seeing you do these things now?
You know what's so insane? I feel like what I'm about to say is going to be like, wow. But I've been like as a kid, I was super creative. Like I've never been a like I would say like growing up, like my interests were always creative. Like I was
Yeah.
in dance aerobics. I was like I've done drama all my life, like drama class. I did drama at UCSC. So I used to perform like quite often when I was younger.
Mm.
In CIS they would make us do like dance recitals, and we would do, because it's aerobic dancing, so you're flipping, you're performing, you're acting, like it's a whole thing. So I've always, as a child, that was my whole thing. Like I was
That's
very
good.
creative, was always acting, was always like anywhere there was something going on, I was there. School wasn't really like, I'm good with I'll say like literature, English, like subjects I have to read and digest. I'm good
Mm.
with them. Maths and all that, I'm terrible. So all my
I
life I
feel
was
like.
like that. The older I got, the more my parents were kind of like, you shouldn't focus on these things because there's no future in them.
Mm.
So I'll say like secondary school, let's say like around like year 8 or 9, I started cutting down on my creative interest, even though I was still doing drama because I took it for IGCSE. That was probably one of the only things I was doing that was very like creative, and I would write maybe like books and stories on the side. And then when I got to uni, I completely abandoned everything because my parents were like, if you do not get a certain
Yeah.
degree, we like
Mm.
guy, like I can't lie, it's not like we're not agreeing. So I
Yeah.
was like, fairs. So I went like super academia. I did like sociology, anthropology, and like
Yeah.
women and gender studies. So that was like
Mm.
my whole uni experience. I didn't do anything creative. I think after finishing that and realizing, okay, I can't like giving you guys the degree you wanted, I'm giving you the score you wanted,
You really
like
don't.
can I
Yeah.
just have like, a few moments to figure it out? The
Mm-hmm.
moment
Yeah.
I did that, I was kind of like, you go through the existential thing of being like, oh, am I too old for certain things? Like, have I passed like the years in which I should have been doing these things? Or you hear of people who were also creative in uni but did their academia, and then it's like now they have a base to go off of when they want to do creative stuff, if they want to focus on that, versus only having the academia base. So I went through like a period of just being like, I don't want to do anything with this degree, and at the same time, I really like. I feel like I'm out of it. Like I don't feel like I can do what I wanted to do when I was younger anymore. And
Mm-hmm.
then once I came out of that rubbish thinking, I was like, can I? I have to do something with this.
Yeah.
And then from there, and that was probably in like 2020,
Yeah.
2023 or 2024. The end of 2023 is when I had that like,
Mm.
nah, like don't think like that, just do.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, that's all the progress is from.
I
What?
feel like
What?
you're the
Okay.
first person or the only person I know who has ever said like you enjoy producing, which I think is unique in its own. Because like the sets I've been on, I'm not saying they're bad, but it's like you can see that producing is hard because there's so many things that are going. So you have to keep up with so many people and make sure like the smaller the sets, I feel like the harder it is to produce. Yeah. Like
Hmm.
how did you decide like okay, like you can manage all these things, or how did you figure that out?
Okay, so this under like realizing that I could produce was actually a mistake. Um,
Mm.
the film that I worked on in in like
Mm.
2024, I was there as the director's assistant. So that's like a really like minimal role. It's just more
Yeah.
like you assist them. Like if they needed something, like you go get it. If they wanted like let's say now they had to move from a point to point A to B, like me and her would come to work together. We'd go home together. It was that kind of like you're just around her. But it's a good role to like learn, because I had told them that,
Mm.
oh, I need to learn, like I need to understand like what the different roles are. So if she didn't need me, I would spend time like always talking to the crew members, like what do
Mm.
you do? What do you know like about what you do? Why is what you do hard? Like just really like asking them questions like, can you tell me like what you do? Like why is this integral to the film? If you weren't here, what would happen to the film? Kind of vibe. And I
Mm.
would talk to everybody like that. So after a while, they started realizing like they would start giving me little things to do because I was just always there. Like if she didn't need me, I wouldn't sit down and I'll be like perusing my
Yeah.
phone and giggling. Like I was more like around it. I was ask people, do you need help? Should I carry that? Like they're looking for this. Do you guys have it? So
Mm.
when they saw me doing that, they were like, hmm. So they started giving me like small like production tasks, which I didn't realize at the
Yeah.
time was production. I thought in my mind, I'm just helping. Like I'm not going to sit here
Mhm.
and cross my legs when I'm trying to learn. So I'll help any way I can. So I just was like helping. And then the director was like, you're really like good at
Mm.
production. Like I think you
Yeah.
should like join them and do more with them. You can still be like, you can still do your roles with me, but like she didn't need me that often. Like she wasn't somebody that was sending me up and down, like go and do this guy. Like she literally was focused on what she was doing. So she was like, I
Yeah.
think you should join the production team and like, let them like station you, let them give you like, you should, like, you've saved us a lot of times, like you've like brought stuff, you've like helped. And I was like, oh, thank you. And so I joined there, and after finishing that set is when I realized that like everybody's kind of complaining like, oh, this is hard, this is annoying, this is frustrating. And I was just kind of there like, this is really like, it's organization. I think my brain really, it scratches an itch in my brain where I'm just like, there needs to be order. So it's very easy for me to see when there's no order. And instead of like doing the whole thing, it's just like solution, solution, solution. I can just do this. I can just grab this. Don't talk about that. This is not important right now. Leave that. Focus on this. So it's just like, I feel like it sat very naturally. Like I realized like, oh, if that's production, then like that's easy. Like, why would that
You're
be
making me
a
want to
thing?
try it. Cause I think I'm probably very annoying at like making sure
Mm,
Sean can probably attest to this. Like if you don't tell me like, oh, when and when this is going to happen, I'm going to disturb you
mm.
until it happens.
Until
It
you let me
happens,
know.
yeah.
That's the
Like, but
thing.
honestly, it's
I
good.
think,
Like, it keeps us on track.
I think, Fez, I think like what you were saying earlier about it being like annoying, like don't get me wrong, it gets very
Mm,
annoying sometimes. Because I feel like the kind of person I am, my my temper isn't the best, but it's not in
mm,
like a way where I'm then like yelling at everybody. It's just like
yeah,
there's a way that I get into when it's time for work. And
yeah,
once I'm in that mood, it's just kind of like nothing is really funny, to be really honest with
yeah,
you. Like it's like I can't like, you get what I mean? Like I can't describe, especially when my role is producer. It's different when my role
yeah,
is like director, or if I'm like
yeah,
acting or that one, like the personality that comes out is a lot different. But when
mm,
it's like producer, I'm like, okay, can't lie. Like if I laugh, this whole thing will fall down. So like I can't,
yeah,
like I'm just more like, okay, I need to stay on point. Like I need to watch everybody kind of see like,
mm,
okay, they're laughing, so that's going to take 30 minutes of our time. Do you get what I mean? Just kind of
yeah,
like
literally.
you're always gauging what is happening. Literally like you're always just gauging what is happening, and it can be frustrating sometimes because you're literally like, man, if everybody just kept quiet and didn't laugh, we could have been out of here by now.
Yeah.
You're just like, guy, like I swear, like this week could have been done. But then you have to just be like, okay, at the end of the day, like it's still like work that people have fun with. So you can't
Yeah,
suck all the joy out of it in that way. And I try to make sure
mhm,
that like I'm not doing that. But it is hard to handle sometimes when
yeah,
it's like an 8 hour shoot. The shoot is looking like it's
yeah,
going to go over 2 hours. You already
mm,
told them this thing will happen if you do this, and
mhm.
everybody did it anyways. And you're just like, ah, okay. Like I just like, help, bro. Like this is not easy. I don't like this.
I've been there. I feel like, especially like keeping that balance is so hard. Like, but like when you're if you're renting a location, that's when okay, no laughing. Like, we actually have to start shouting at guys. Like, we paid for 2 hours.
Like
If we
get
go
it
over two
together.
hours, that's more money.
Like get that shit together, please. Like please.
I'm curious. Is part of what helped you get over that whole like age or being past your time thing, like actually like doing the work and getting involved? Like, what
Mm,
was the? Because obviously that's something that like I think a lot of people struggle with. Me too as well. When I think about like pursuing like creative stuff, so I'm curious to know
mm,
like what specifically helped you
mm.
put that to the side and get shit done.
I would say it's two things like community and then I would say community and privilege. Like those are the two things I would cite. And community in the sense that like I had friends who were like, you are not past any like
Mm,
dirty prime. Like they were like,
yeah.
don't ever say that shit about yourself. Like you need to understand that like we've known you. Like someone like my friend Ihechi now, she's like, I've known her since I was in high school. So she would be like, girl, you've been acting and singing and dancing and doing all
Mm,
this shit since the day I met you. Like for you to sit here and tell me you feel like some kind of anxiety about where you're
mm,
headed is crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
like having
mm,
people that will speak love into you in that way, where they're just like, guy, if you want to do something, it's your own. Why are you like
yeah.
forcing about it? It was very like it really did help. Like there were times where we would have conversations and I'm just like bawling my eyes out because I'm like, guys, I don't even believe what you're saying. But they're
Mm,
like saying it with such conviction that it's like you would be kind of silly to not listen.
yeah.
And then the second thing I said privilege is like I was able to like leave Canada after like finishing my like work.
Mm,
Like leave Canada, go that's the first time I went back to Lagos, such a long stretch. So I
yeah.
went back from like December all the way to like the like March.
Yeah.
And in that period is when I got to work on the film. Like my mom
Mhm.
knew how to like apply for the thing, knew the person to talk to, so she spoke to them. I applied for that, and then it's like working or something like that. It really gives you like an eye opener that like doors aren't like it's you're not past your prime. Like you're working there, you'll be barely know anything. People have years of experience, and they're telling you like you're good
Mhm.
at this. Like focus on this, do
Yeah.
this. So it was a very like those are experiences that I wouldn't have had access to without my community, and then also like the privilege of my mom knew someone, or then being able to even
Mhm.
not a lot of people can leave Canada and go back to Lagos for 3 months and be like we'll
Yeah.
just sit down there and try and do creative work. Like people have 9 to 5, people have things to do. It's like there's a
Mhm.
privilege that comes with being able to do that, where I'm able to be flexible and be creative in different ways, not just in one space.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think.
because
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you're around. Because you have writing, you
yeah,
have directing, you have producing,
mm,
and you I mean look here, I mean kind of acting as well. Because you yeah,
mm.
how do you balance everything?
And me too, self. I'm still getting there because I do not feel like I have a balance on it right now.
Mhm.
But I think it does give me like I'm never without work to do,
Yeah.
which is a good feeling on the days that you're
Mhm.
like, "Guy, I need to like, I'm getting towards that shit." But it can be like a daunting feeling too when it's like you're having
Yeah.
a slow day, you're not having a productive day, and you're like, you
Mhm.
have things to
You have
do
shit to
though.
do.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean you don't
So
have to
like,
balance it, Chad.
yeah,
As long as it's happening, it's fine.
You become a producer in your
yeah.
own
I
life.
try not to be too hard. Yes.
I get it.
Literally, though. Child.
But what's it called? I was going to say when it comes to I guess because I feel like music direction is also a kind of like documenting when it comes to like the songs that you decide to work on, and obviously with 49 Street you write. So
Mhm.
what do you like about those? I don't say what do you prefer because like sometimes like you do both of them, so you love doing both of them. But what do you enjoy the most about those two?
Mm. For like songs, any song I choose to create visuals for is because like when I hear the song, I actually see in visual. Like as listening to it or as I heard it for the
Yeah.
first time, I was like, oh my god, like I'm already seeing like this concept.
Mhm.
So, and it's also always like somebody that I deeply love or somebody that like, is in my community. So I'm just like, guy, if you like anything you need, like we're we there for you, bro. Like we're here.
Mhm.
So I think honestly, to be real, I do prefer like visuals more. I think when I was younger, I preferred writing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But the older I've gotten, the more I see in visual. Before I used to process my emotions in writing, so writing was my favorite thing, and that's why I would do it a lot before. But as I'm getting older, I process my emotions and I want to express them through visual. I see in visual.
Mhm.
If something happens to me and I'm like upset, like the energy goes towards I want to create a visual
Hmm.
that
Mhm.
expresses my upset. Like a very much there's been a switch in that way. So I'm only
Mhm.
also able to work on things that I feel aligned with inside myself. Like I won't work on something
Mhm.
purely because it's work or they'll pay me.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
have to kind of actually like what you're doing to give you my
Mhm.
energy in that way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just talking to someone about that yesterday. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I I appreciate people coming to me for like to make stuff for them, but I also feel like if if you looked at what I do and then later you know come and say, oh, can we do this and that? It's like
Mm-hmm.
probably shouldn't have disturbed me in the first place. Which is like
Real.
it's not like no, it's a no offense thing, but like let's be
Mm-hmm.
serious now. Like you looked at me
Yeah.
and you look at things I do, and then you now want me to make I make a bar. You now want me to come and make a mala for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's
And that's not exactly what you mean. Like, it's really important to make sure that you're doing, like, you're staying true to yourself in that way,
yeah.
because your most
Mm-hmm.
beautiful work will come from things that you deeply resonate with.
Mm-hmm.
On your graduation post, you signed it a future talk show host. Is that still on the cards?
Hmm. It is, and in like a very different way though, because I recognize now like talk show host is like more like you guys are sitting down and it's like talk and
Mm-hmm.
it's like that. So just not in that way, but it's still on the line. It's coming soon, actually.
Okay.
Do you want to? So it's like a move, like a moving, traveling kind of thing, like an Anthony Bourdain thing.
No, it's more like a. So now I was saying like I don't really like I'm now more visual with how I do things. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to transform like create like shows around giving like like black creatives reach,
Mm.
but it's not formal. I
Yeah.
feel like
Okay.
often those shows are like the writing is very like this is da 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 and da
Mm.
da da does da 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 and da da like
Yeah.
it's very like you know what to expect from it because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a show like introducing you to a creative, telling you their craft, giving you a breakdown of them, and then you leave it there. But I don't want it to be like that. Like it's going to
Mm.
have like my own spins on it because of like obviously who I am as a person.
Yeah.
So that's like a hint of what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to it. My question
Thank
was
you.
how. So is writing like in the past for you?
No, no. It's just in a different way now.
Yeah.
Like before I was writing like articles, I was writing
Mm.
like blog posts, like stuff like
Mm.
that. I feel like now I'm more using my writing to write like scripts.
Mm.
So like
Fair.
scripts, like there's not an idea I've done like Conji Island, Giving All the Punks,
Mm.
all of those had scripts.
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
script
So
everything. Like
are you going to stay around music or just wherever your heart might take you?
I think it'll go further than that. Like it'll go into like short films. It'll go into wherever my heart will take me. To be honest, because I
Mm.
feel like writing is more the act of just being able to put things down. It might not
Yeah.
necessarily be that I'm the one that's creating the world, but it's like
Hmm.
if you can create, but you don't know how to put it down to give it structure, you're not going to be able to execute it
Yeah.
to the best thing, the best standard that you could. So
Mm.
anyway, it will take me really.
Because I was going through your 49th Street articles and then I
Mhm,
picked a few and I saw
mhm,
the Sarah Timer one and the Toshi Bedford one and
mhm,
the Z10 one. Is it
mhm.
Chozo or Tro XOE?
I think it's Trozo.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I've always like, I
One
know
that
everybody's name is something else today.
it's something different. No,
Yeah.
it's actually Zo.
Okay, fair. Like, how did that happen? Because when I feel like when I was on Twitter, which is probably where we met, was like
Mhm,
I was mostly seeing your blog post. Like I saw some 49th Street stuff.
mhm.
But how did you just did you reach was it you reaching out or them reaching out?
They actually reached out, and I feel like that was at the time it was super surprising. But I'm
Mm.
also realizing I don't know. It was very surprising. I won't lie. Like at the time,
Mm.
that was like 2020. It was during COVID. We're all in lockdown,
Yeah.
and they reached out, and I was like, yeah, like why would I not want to
Mm.
like yeah, like again, like this is me not really having any creative outlets. So I'll say yeah, that was
Yeah.
one of my like first creative outlets, even though I was in uni and my focus was more like
Yeah.
academia. That was probably
Yeah.
one of the only things I was doing that was like, okay, this is a little like, getting some shit out there.
That
So I
I
did
was
enjoy
going
that.
to
That was
say
cool.
that
That was really cool.
because when you mentioned that in uni like that was when like you kind of like locked off
Mm,
like everything creative. I was like, I swear you started
mm.
49 Street in like 2019, 2020. So I was like, is that not that counts as
It was
creative kind
2020,
of?
yeah.
Okay. Um
It was, man. I completely forgot. I think I meant in the sense of like the amass of things I was doing before uni
Mm.
was so like there was just a lot more, and I feel like with
Yeah.
uni I really just
Locked
like
in.
no,
Yeah.
you put
we
it
don't
all
have time for
down.
this.
You know,
Like,
Mm.
that Shabby Alonso meme where he's like he has
yeah.
his boots on his shoulder like this and you're just waving to the beats. I was
Yeah.
And he's like, bye bye, man.
back to the game I love. Okay. Earlier, before we started recording, you talked about how what's it called? Cities and how busy they can be is not always your vibe and it can get like overwhelming. But then a lot of the work that you do is very much oriented around big cities like Lagos and Toronto, namely. How do
Mm.
you how are you managing having to like work in like environments that are not necessarily the
Mm.
best for Liz?
Man, I think like the city thing, because I grew up in Lagos, so
Mm.
I'm used to the bustling like that city vibe in Lagos to an extent.
Mm.
I feel like because I grew up there, I'm more like Like it's exhausting. This is what it is, but it is what it is. Like this is home. Like I can't now get here and be like, I just hate this vibe and I hate the way it feels. Like
Mm,
no, no. So in Lagos, it's more of like a because I'm home. There's a lot of my creativity that comes from that feeling of home. The people here are like me. They speak like me. We have a lot of the same
mm,
cultural influences. Where like
mm,
we're tapped into a consciousness about creativity that is being developed every day, but also we can easily see like where our sources are from. I think I really deeply enjoy like creating in Lagos because it's just like there's just that's just where the heart is. Like a lot of who I am as a person comes from being growing up in Lagos as a like, as a child. So it's like okay, I enjoy that part of things, but I won't lie, like it does get very overwhelming in sense of like just the things that you can't really control. Like they
Yeah.
shoot now, somebody forgot something at home, something doesn't size somebody. I'm in my car, I'm
mm,
driving to go and go to the tailor, let them tack it. I'm running
mm,
back here. This one, somebody has crashed them with their car here, bro. Nobody cares. Like I
mm.
have to go.
Yeah,
It's just like that whole vibe of things. Well, Lagos honestly doesn't overwhelm me as much as I would say Toronto does. And I think it's because of the false illusion of like
that's
oh my
interesting.
god, like there's structure and there's like, like there's rights
Mm,
and there's rules. But just like, oh my god, this place is just like Lagos.
Hmm.
And I
yeah.
can't like it's just like it's no difference though. Like I don't really see the difference. Like I walk on the road, it smells. I like,
Mm,
people are like walking helter skelter, like I can't breathe, I'm claustrophobic. Everybody's just in this bitch. Like there's not much of it overwhelms me in that sense. But I also draw a lot of like beauty from Toronto. Like I would say in the visual way I was telling you, sometimes when I'm driving around like roads or like I'm in an Uber or something, if I see a
yeah,
place that I think is really beautiful, I'll go on my Google Maps and just screenshot my location,
Yeah.
and then
that's
later
real.
on I'll come back and like write down the address. So I'll like open the Google Maps thing and really like follow like virtually
Yeah,
on the thing and be like something can be shot here.
Hmm.
And so
yeah,
I might not use it for a while. Somebody might not ask me like 6 months later and they're like, I want to shoot this, but I want like a scenic, and I'm like, I remember this place I saw one time. Just give me a second, and then I end up shooting with them in Toronto, and I'm
yeah.
just like
Mm.
in that sense I'm happy. Like I don't feel too overwhelmed in the moment, but I balance it. I don't have a choice. It's just like you gotta do what you have to do.
Yeah.
That's so valid, man. Like, I would love to be a location library. I think Adnock. I don't know if he's still. I mean, is that's his real name, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
know.
think he has like a sort of location library thing that he used to post
Mm-hmm.
about on just Lagos. But
Fairs.
I know Kenne. I don't know if you know Kenne, but he's an
Mm.
editor. He has like a
Yeah,
sound
I didn't
library
know
of
Kenny.
Lagos sounds. Yeah,
Fairs
I think I would love to just like go around Natch and just make a library of like
of
places
like
that would be
places and
shoot to.
stuff.
Yeah,
That's
I know there are
super
guys
cool. I
that
actually didn't
do it.
know that people
Everybody's
did that.
happy, which is fair.
Fairs? I did not know that people did that. I feel like that's a really cool. Like that's super. I love hearing that though. What?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
no, that would be needed. I think like again. So the go ahead.
I mean, the question I was going to ask you kind of ties into maybe where you were going, which was like when you were in Lagos. I think I haven't been there in a while. Obviously, Toby hasn't been there in a while, and I'm only like learning about the things that are popping up through like what people decide to post. Like there's one account called Compound that kind of like
Mm,
goes to all these different like art houses and like
Mm-hmm.
third spaces that are nice. So I was going to ask you like what
mm,
Mm-hmm.
places you saw that were not only good to shoot, but also like a good place to go, like if like you just want to like chill with like other friends or creatives or just for inspiration. Like, yeah, did you find places that were cool?
Yes, I did. I'm trying to remember. So, oh my God, it was Ego Records. They threw a
mm,
party in like VI, really close to. Oh my God,
Is
it
it
was a
16 by
VI. It
16?
was like a street. Was it 16 by 16? I don't think it was 16 by 16. It was
Okay.
like a street carnival, so it was on the road. And right, so let's say they blocked off like a small enclave of road that was kind of shaped like
mm,
this. And right behind, so the stage was here, music is playing, there's like snacks here, and everybody's just, this is the general dance floor, it's just the road, like literally. So behind us, there was like a store, and inside that store, the store had like a little coffee shop, little sitting area. Then inside, there was just like a library, And oh my god, like it sounds like I literally left the party. I went with my friend, like we entered there. Once we saw the library, we're both like, guy, what? Because it was just like the books, like it was all like African books, like books about like the history of this, like just very like books that would like maybe on Wikipedia we're reading into these things, but we can't get our hands on like the physical books. We
Mm-hmm.
spent like an
Yeah.
hour of that party in there being like reading blurbs, like just being like, oh my god, like this is so cool. I feel like that was a really nice place. I'm so sad I do not remember the name right now, but that was
Mm.
somewhere where I was like, oh my god, I would love to come here and like bang out
Yeah.
a concept or like pick up a book and read and just sit here and just keep quiet and read like until they
Yeah.
tell me that, oh yeah, it's time to go home, just leave. Um, I really enjoyed. There's this other restaurant. It's very new. Oh my god, what's the name? It's like in VI as well. It's right beside the plaza that has Prime Chinese. It's on like it's red. Let me find it. I can find the name. Trust. Just one
Okay.
second.
It's okay.
Um,
I feel like all my
I
guesses are
feel
going to be
really
so
bad about like
dated.
not remembering or
I was about to say like, is it Mega Plaza? Because
yeah,
that's the only
like
plaza
Lagos
I know
has
in VA.
grown on them
Yeah.
with Chinese
no,
as
it's not
well.
Mega Plaza.
Let me
Mega
see.
Plaza is
Citizen
Chinatown.
Resto Bar.
Citizen
Okay.
what?
That was what it was. Citizen Resto Bar. That's
Okay.
what the place is. So that place it was super like I can't describe it, man. It was a diner vibe. Like it had black and white like checkered square floors, and then the walls are all red. The tables are red at the top. It was very like I don't know. That was just a place that I enjoyed going to as well to just like sit down. You could bring your laptop, do some work. Like it was very
Mm.
cool.
Okay.
And then Takwa.
So crazy how that's a thing
Okay. Yeah,
now
taco is
because
fire. Always fire.
guys are not just not going to the library anymore for the same reason.
Mm-hmm,
Because I feel like in Chicago, I'm just always seeing one ad or the other for some space where like
mm-hmm,
people can't come and work. And it's like there's one I see where it's like oh like you can just come and work for free, and I'm like okay, there has to be a catch because I don't know that they sell food. So I'm like, are
mm-hmm.
you guys to I don't know hack my laptop? Like what's
Like
going on?
frisk me at the door. Like what's
Harvest
the
my
Like, just
catch?
data.
to just come and
Something.
I don't know, man. I wish that's another thing I miss about like growing up is I feel like especially like no, I'm not to dox myself. It doesn't matter because I don't live there anymore. But like when
Mhm,
I primarily grew up in Dolphin Estate, and I feel like
mhm,
I knew a lot of people that just happened to live there because I went to
mhm,
Corona. Like
mhm.
you would now also just meet people that live in the estate that don't necessarily go to
Yeah,
your school. Like you can just go to someone's
yeah.
house and chill. And like
And
that's kind of
chill.
what I've been trying to do with my house, my apartment like back in
Mhm.
Chicago is like I host, but like I don't know how else to tell my friends like oh like you can actually just come to my house on Sunday evening and we can just do nothing like we don't
Oh,
have to
you
go to
have to start peer pressuring them. You have
because
to
like
call them and
and the
be
thing is
like,
I always
come
have
over.
food because I feel like that's why I
Yes.
don't go to anybody's house because I always be hungry and I know guys don't take cooking seriously anymore.
They
But like I
Literally.
don't.
feel like it'll be like yeah we do have a lack of diversity, but yeah
That's my most Gen Z is
Why
in
did he
trouble
beg?
take. No, because like I can't tell you how
Oh
many
my
times
god,
like
he's big.
no, it's something I feel very. I think I have like I don't have more than 3 or 4 friends in my life that I can go and spend time with, and I know that like okay, like I'm going to be fed, and not that you have to cook for me, but that together we can come up with a plan to eat.
Mhm,
Like Gen Z is not
mhm.
eating like. In the house, like it's always like okay, like we're going to DoorDash something or go out. It's like why are we always like risking stomach troubles? Like, can we just make something? Can we just? Do you have like plate is an issue? Do you have flour or sugar? I don't know. No egg. It's like I'm talking about music, man. I don't know. That's
no I
just
think we're
Oh
actually
my
doing
god,
this.
what do you say?
I feel like
you've killed
everybody should
me.
have flour and sugar and egg. Like at a minimum, even if the pancake isn't nice, you should be able to
Like
make it.
You should be able to make
Make
basic
pancake.
something.
ingredients.
Just please let's feel like
To be honest, I
milk.
feel like
Uh-huh.
if I don't if I don't speak and say this and my friends see this, they're going to be like this baby's a liar. Eh? But like
One
I
of
think
them.
like in the opposite way. Like so
Okay.
when I'm not Gen Z doesn't cook anymore. I'm Gen Z only cooks. So
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
Gen Z
real.
only cooks like super like I don't like eating. I like eating a certain way if I'm cooking it. So I'm very like my friends come over and they're
Mm.
like, "Oh, I'm hungry. Do you have a snack?" And I'm like, "I have yogurt and chia seeds and some granola."
Mm.
And they're like, "Elizabeth, that is not food." And I'm like, "But
Yes,
it
it
is
is
though. I
though.
would be happy if you offered me that. Like it is food.
It's protein
Thank
and
you so
fiber.
much."
It's
So I
protein
feel
and
like we're in
fiber.
the opposite way where it's like, "Thank you. It's food, man. Like
And
it's
for you
food."
is also protein and fiber.
It's and that's
Okay,
the
sorry.
thing.
Like I feel like
Mhm.
my if you enter my fridge, it's always either wood soup or like jollof or I don't know something.
And
I don't know how to do all those yogurts and chia seeds. Like I'm not
Fairness.
disturbed by you guys that eat it. I just can't take it.
I
I'm
remember
not
seeing a
disturbed. It's
TikTok,
killing me.
like on TikTok, they were talking about how like, oh, you come to my house and I offer you like honey roasted peanuts and dates and yogurt, and it was like meant to be sarcastic, and everybody was laughing, and I was like,
That's me.
no, but that was in my house. Like, no, like, do you want dates? Like, there's
But
dates,
that's
there's
real. Like
granules.
I swear to God, like that's what you. What do you mean? Do you want
Do
a
you
nice? I
want
can
to
make a
eat?
yogurt bowl. You can sit down and what do you mean? What's
Exactly.
funny?
Yeah.
Do you want to eat or
That's
not?
your appetizer.
I
That's your
swear.
and there's rice and stew. Like there's rice and stew as well, and there's beans and there's a there's all that is there.
Oh,
But like there's also like a healthy, quick snack for you. And it's like they just don't have that anymore. Like it's like, okay, we're both going out to go. Like now I'm in New York and I'm like,
okay.
okay, I literally feel like I have to carry around bread and egg with me wherever I go. So that no matter what
Mm.
happens, like I can just boil egg at the person's house and I eat. And it's like this
You
is
are
kind of
fucking
strange. This is kind of strange. This is kind of strange.
bread and egg
But it's
is
okay, sure.
killing
No,
me.
but it's really I haven't eaten today. It's 1 p.m. It's one anyways. Let's move on. Let's move on. We talked about archives, right? And Toby mentioned the sound archive and the visual archive, but you're also making one, which is kind of like an experience archive with
Oh yeah,
Night's
true night.
tapestry. Exactly. And with there you have it's crazy. I was reading the story about it wasn't even a story, it was just like a reflection on how like people like strip personhood from like service workers. And I was telling Toby about a video I just watched where there's one guy that makes content daily's life about how somebody robbed him, or one of the people that works in his house robbed him of some money. And he was videoing like talking to the guy and
Mm.
saying like, why did you steal from me? Like, I pay you, like we talk, we laugh, like I make sure you're okay, and like you steal stuff from me, like what's wrong with you? Like it's not even funny, I'm not laughing with you. And I was watching that video and I was like, if I was in my early 20s or mid 20s or however old I was, and I'm seeing my mates jump into a Jeep every day and just like film and shout, don't play, and just balling. I see taking a play. Oh, I can't. I was just like, what do you want him to do? Like, what do you actually want? I think for some there has to be like some sort of like strike system, or I can understand you being like, okay, like I don't trust you anymore to like work for me, but why would you do
Mm.
that? Like, oh, I treat you well. Come on now, what do you
We
want him
kind of
to
already know
do?
the answer.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you want him to like? He's a
It's
person that
no.
like wants to do shit.
Like it's very like I don't think like people really ever think really deeply into how weird that is, like how weird that whole dynamic is, because it's not just
Mm.
about you being nice or you being kind or you like interacting with these
Yeah.
people. Is that they don't exist outside of this job that they serve you in.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's a very like nobody really deeps that. Like it's one thing is people who don't exist or their job takes a lot of their life, or they come back home, they sleep, they make dinner for themselves. Like there's like capitalism is everywhere, so people are not also don't get to really exist outside their jobs in other contexts. But they're still more of a
Mhm.
person than the person whose sole existence is their servitude.
It's
You
to
don't
serve
care
you,
about like
yeah.
where they came from. You don't care about like where they go outside. It's literally just to serve you. They sleep in your home. They cannot leave your home. They are not. A lot of people are paranoid these days because of safety concerns. So you don't want them socializing with other people
Yeah.
who also work in the area and want to sit
Mm.
outside. So they are like some people don't
Mhm.
give them phones. Some people will give them like only a calling phone. They can only call and receive calls, maybe text
Mm,
messages. It's like you've reduced this person literally only exists in this gateman house or in the nanny's room or in the kitchen when they are cleaning.
mm,
They don't exist anywhere else.
yeah,
It's like, are you guys like, and you're now shocked, like you're actually genuinely taken aback when they run away. You're genuinely taken aback when they
yeah.
steal. It's like you could never understand that personhood, and somebody who has lived a life where that has not been their whole personhood the whole time, now being subjected to that, you would do the
Mm,
same shit. And I feel like people forget that that's
yeah.
also what's happening to a lot of these people. They're moving from the villages, they're moving from out countries outskirts of Nigeria that are not doing well. Then maybe their life was a lot slower when they were wherever they were, like they were just chilling, they get their food from natural sources or whatever it was, whatever level of development they existed in. Now they've come to exist just as the nanny or just as the cook. You're not serious, bro. These guys are deeply unhappy. Like, and nobody truly
Exactly.
deeply cares because they just have to make that money. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's really sad. That's something
I
that actually
feel
I
like
actually do
Nigeria's
that. I hate it.
sociological
It's
is
really
really
sad.
like times 10. I don't know. Like I feel like the work we would have, like I feel like Nigeria. I feel like when we talk about Nigeria's problems, it's always like very top down, and like I think is like the whole funnel is like what is broken, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
which is going to take an insane amount of work. You can't have. I feel like you have to just hypnotize everybody, like even the people who think that they are doing the right thing or want to be doing the
yeah,
right thing. Kind of have to just
yeah.
let's just knock everybody's head.
There's a lot of
I
unlearning to
swear,
do.
just like
A
hit
lot of
everybody's
it.
head, like change things. Yeah,
The
yeah,
chasm is just crazy, and it's not even like it's so like ingrained to where like you might not even be doing anything wrong per se, but just like
hmm
the juxtaposition is crazy.
Mm,
Like when you sometimes I said what I said, and they'll be talking
yeah.
about like their different experiences. Oh, like I went to this party in Abuja and the new cafe opened and it was so nice, and I'm like, imagine just sitting down like working as like a production assistant on the show. And you're just you're just like, now wow, see like it's just
You're literally
interesting. It's just interesting having like those two side by side all the time, and the people with
mm,
privilege, which is why I like that you brought up like it was also your privilege that's helped you kind of like um unlock
mm,
your agency and like pursue your dreams. Because like sometimes I feel like a lot of us forget that like that's a lot of the reason why like we even have like the space to be worrying about whether we're going to achieve our dreams or like should I try and hustle residency in
mm.
Canada or like the US or
literally.
where it's like the fact
Those,
that the fact that you even have options where you want to
like
hustle
you can, those
residency
are
even
your
though it's
own
hard.
considerations. It's a privilege. It's a
Exactly, it's
privilege.
still
Like
a privilege
still,
even though it's hard.
like I don't think
um
like yeah,
mhm.
privileges and like disadvantages are relative. It's not that there's an absolute privilege and disadvantage line, and when you fall below
Mm.
it, it's like depending on the situation you're in or what specific context talking about, it's relative. Like you could be privileged here, disadvantage here, privilege here. Like it doesn't. Those things are very relative.
And so
I
there
feel like
was
that's how
that
Americans think about white privilege as well.
in terms of being absolute versus relative.
Oh, I didn't hear
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like oh, you whenever people bring up like white privilege, like you always hear these
that.
TikTokers like oh like I grew up really poor, and it's like that's nobody's saying that you can't be poor. Like it's really not about that.
Like
It's
who
just
said that?
it's kind of arbitrary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
But
like
But yeah, Shem,
I
you're
don't think
saying
it's the. Go ahead. Yeah.
oh, I was just
No,
going
my
to
chill.
what's it
Go
called?
ahead.
Okay. I was going to say that. So that was only one of the reflections that are on Nice Tapestry. Like I've seen like somebody muse about like, just realizing, talking
Mhm.
about just clocking what self-love is to them and how they've exploded. There's a poem about somebody loving like weed. But
mm,
then I like it because it truly is a tapestry where it's like it reminds me of there was one when Hamas struck back in October, there was a sort of map that started going viral where people that like queer people like all around the world would like post like different thoughts and people got to see like, oh, like shit, like I never really considered that like there were people here like having these in the midst of all this like turmoil. There's still people who are just like, oh,
mm,
like when will I find like my love or like, oh, I have this crush that I want to express. Nige
mm,
Tapestry is similar to me in the sense that like in the midst of all like the political turmoil, like all this like this huge gap of like inequality, there's like there's people who are aware of it and like are just like, how do we like resolve like this lack of personhood that like we refuse to, not
Mm.
refuse to, but like we don't attribute to people. But there's also somebody that's like, Igbo is sweet, or like, oh, like I'm just like on this my journey of self love. Is this what you like envisioned
Mm.
when you were making it?
Yes. Like I like it's so dear to me. I feel like lucky everything was like worked out as it should. Cause this is my more like academia side, then coming to merge with like my creative
Mm,
side. Cause I think
yeah.
studying like sociology and anthropology and just kind of realizing that a huge reason why there's a lot of discord and like people don't really like there's a lot of back and forth in society and a lot of like just by all being stepped on, no, but some people are helping to perpetuate the evil on everybody else. It's just kind of like the reason why that's happening is because people are not able to look at themselves and people are not able to look at the people around
Mm,
them in a way that's very like real. Like, are you telling me
yeah.
that you think this thing I'm doing is bad because you genuinely think it's bad, or is it because that's what you've been raised to think? Is it because your friends parrot
Mm,
those opinions? Is it because like in your
mm,
society that thing is unacceptable? Like, what is the actual motivating factor? You find most times it doesn't necessarily come from you. And so I think like a nice way to
mm,
get people to just stay open minded is to hear from everyone. Like I feel like the one thing I feel like is missing from Nice Tapestry is like I wanted people who didn't necessarily speak the best English to submit things. Like I wanted
yeah.
to I wanted people who are not necessarily like because I feel like all the pieces I've come across or that are on the thing um they're different. You can tell that there's different subsets of life. Like I have different people from different like areas. There's Abuja, there's Lagos, there's
Mm,
I think there was somebody from like Enugu. Like it's different places, but I want more. Like I
mm,
want people in
yeah.
Nigeria to hear from them, so like be able to see yourselves and
Yeah.
see this is happening here. Like what's happening in Taraba? What are they thinking about in Taraba? Are they thinking about the same thing they're thinking about in Lagos, or is it from a different lens?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the
Hmm.
one thing I feel like is missing. But it is. I'm actually quite glad that you see it that way and that like it's able to come across where you're like being able to like actually digest people's thoughts and be like, oh, there's so many different kinds of characters because that's basically what makes living worth it. Like I don't think it would be fun if we all just agreed everything and we're all just one track mind. Like
Mm.
no, not really.
Not to digress, but I think something that would really help with that is like
Mm-hmm.
if there was like you know how like there used to be Naira Land. Like, let's say you were searching for how to like I was looking for the best way to reheat
Mm-hmm.
swallow, and I
Hmm.
just searched it online. Obviously, there isn't a great place for like Nigerians to just
Mm-hmm.
um collect. Like if you let's say you search how to swallow on Twitter, it will probably be some. They're like
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is not only Nigerian, and you can't just like restrict your
Mm-hmm.
filter your search to only tweets from Nigeria. You know,
Hmm.
but like before we
Yeah.
used to have Naira Land and people were like talking about like really specific things, but like obviously Naira Land is dead now and guys aren't really foruming. I think if if there was some way to like revive Naira Land or have like a new
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian forum, because like I was talking to another friend about this, and he was like, "There's literally nothing. If you want to find out about NYSC, you can't just go online and search certain things. Like there's just
And is there?
no one is really talking about it online. Nigerians don't use Reddit, which would be like the next best thing. Like I think there's like an r
Yeah.
slash Nigeria, but like that's a very niche community. You'll be getting like either the most I don't know, I guess the most out there person who's probably not
Mm-hmm.
having a similar issue. Like which is also something
Mm-hmm.
that I think Night Tapestry could also be is like a bridge between both of them is like people just I don't know, people just talking about their experiences and like finding other relatable people. I feel like forums got really weird, which is why
Yeah.
we kind of moved back. Yeah. But like they're when you think about it, like they're really helpful. Like a nudge ready to be so amazing.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, there'll be lots of shit posters,
I feel
sha,
like
Same.
but
now,
I
yeah,
think if it had
there
enough
will.
time to like,
I feel like it's worth it.
if you had those corners of people who were just there to provide like sound information, it would be really good. I think it would be helpful.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, the way I took notes. Thank you. Thank, thank you so much.
Oh, that's what.
Actually,
Oh, you're writing stuff
yeah,
down.
because it's actually a mission that I actually have been. I'm writing it down and as he was talking, I was just like, yes, yes, thank you so much. I'm digesting it.
Don't worry, I'm
Fire.
not. I'm not going to do the app, so you can have it
So much.
if you need help with it.
Oh, I'm texting
Literally,
my mom
literally.
because I actually really think about that often. Like, hmm, let me
Me too.
see.
I just collected my own sociology degree, so don't worry. Let me start. Let me start my own forays. I mean, I'm trying to be more consistent with Toby and Apple Sample. So as we go, I'm on nice tapestry here from me. Um, but yeah, my last question was just going to be who you're looking forward to working with in the future. Are there any people that you have that you're like we can make magic together?
Hmm.
Just give me a second. Let me just digest it so
That's the
that
heavy
I
question.
say my top answers. Okay, just 1 second.
Okay, nice.
I know this one is delusional and ambitious,
Hmm.
but that's what life is for. Frank Ocean.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
I
We
just,
see the blonde in the
I
background.
just, I really need that. And
Hmm.
then, Lancey Four. I actually
Hmm.
that one step. I have something for him soon. Don't worry. But Lancey
I feel like you're
Four.
the biggest
Um,
fan.
well, I don't want to talk to him just in case, like in the future, he says this. But I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the music.
A little loud
When we
too.
have him next
Yeah.
week, continue.
like, I enjoy. I think you're good at what you do. But I'm trying to think of who else. Who else have I actually actively thought about working with? Mm, hmm.
And
One
it can
second,
also
I
be more
think.
people
I've been
in this,
forgetting
you
like
know,
people
because I was
exist
thinking
until I
of
look at. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I heard you mention like
Yes.
Iguaka, and I was like, I don't think you guys have worked together formally.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, I'm just
no.
also on that vibe.
Also on that vibe, yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not against it. Like, I feel like again, it's a thing of just the alignment. If the alignment is there, like I'm always
Hmm.
down. And I
Hmm.
also, if I'm also
Yeah.
what that person wants at the time, because I also feel like
Hmm.
there's stuff that, like even with Lua now, there's stuff that he'll come to me for, there's stuff that he won't come to me for, because it's just like
Hmm.
my head
Yeah,
just
that's
won't be
fair.
there, and it's like we're able to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
understand that about each other. Where it's just like it's not even like I don't want
Hmm.
you there or like I don't want your help. It's just more like
Yeah.
this one, you might not grasp this one to the way I need you to. So he'll just freeze, and it's like yeah, like
Hmm.
I feel like it's better like to be honest like that and to like have those connections where you're like okay yes and no versus then trying to make
Hmm.
it an official thing and you guys are now like dying working together because you're just like oh I don't want to even do this one, like I don't like this one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me see who else I want to work with. In the of like officially like actually do something
Hmm.
official together. Yes.
Indie is cool.
Let me see.
She'll be hearing from us
What
in
you
a
call it?
sec. I like her voice a lot.
Oh, very. Uh-uh.
Well, that
My
new Tupac
our
that she
queen,
dropped, I've not stopped listening to it.
our queen. Oh, you should. It's really good. Let me see. Who do I want to work with? I don't know, guys. This is a very hard question. Definitely Femi Guerrero, to be honest. I think my like again the listening like I like music that so I listen to everything, but the music that gets my attention the most is like feeling yourself music, and it spans across a lot of
Hmm.
genres because
Um,
it's just about the cadence that the artist has when they are performing the song, which
hmm.
is why I really like Lancey. It's why I really like when I listen to those guys, the visuals that like come are just like it's just so clear that it's like guy like this is I need to do this like
Hmm.
someday sometime, but like that kind of music like very hype music. So usually trap will do that a lot, some
Hmm.
rap will do that, the pop girlies will do it as well. Like just there has to be a certain cadence about the way that you speak about yourself, certain like confidence that's just like okay this is my
Hmm.
vibe. So yeah, but I'd love to work with those people.
Okay.
I feel like you and our last guest would probably work well because as you were saying that, I was just thinking of girlfriends and hot or not, and like I feel like they fit the description of the kind of songs that you said you would like to
Tap
make
tap
videos for.
tap in with
I'll send them to you
Ekene.
later.
Yeah, tap in with Ekene. I think you like Ekene a bit.
Okay.
You like Ekene quite a bit.
Is it
Yeah.
Ekene as in? Wait, let me check which Ekene because I feel like I know the Ekene you're talking about.
Is she in
Is it
America?
Kene?
If so, then
Kene?
yes.
Oh no, no.
No.
Are you
Yeah,
thinking? Are you
I'll
thinking
take
of
your
the guy
weight.
that plays the guitar?
Okay. No, I was thinking of Kene, not Ken. He's like an editor. He's a Nige.
Oh no.
No,
He
no,
does
that's the
I
guy you
don't know
guys
that he
mentioned
makes music
before.
yet.
No. This is a
Yeah,
different.
Oh,
This is a
okay,
this
different
yes. I
person
guy.
was
is
like,
like
I still
complicated.
mentioned him. Different person.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
first.
different person. Yeah.
But
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I know this is of taking your Sunday afternoon.
He's a cute. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
it was. We're glad to have you. This was really
Thank you
lovely.
for accepting
Um,
us.
but yeah. Eh ben bref,
All
mesdames
right.
et messieurs, ça a été l'épisode 15 de l'Ample Sample Podcast. Je veux remercier Toby pour son aide, je veux remercier Lise Faulkner et j'ai eu ravi de parler de son travail, de ses écrits, de ses travaux visuels. Et bon, à plus et on se verra plus tard.
Thank you.